goes strumming soft and low. I know that you yearn for me too. Swanee, you're calling me. Swanee, how I love you, how I love you, my dear old Swanee. I'd give the world to be among the folks in the IX. I even know my mammy's waiting for me, praying for me down by the Swanee. The folks up north will see me no more when I go to the Swanee shore. Swanee, Swanee, I am coming back to Swanee. Mammy, I love the old folks at home. Swanee, how I love you, how I love you, my dear old Swanee. I'd give the world to be among the folks in the IX. I even know my mammy's waiting for me, praying for me down by the Swanee. The folks up north will see me no more when I go to the Swanee shore.
Morning, Luke.
Morning, Clem.
It's gonna be a hot day.
Looks that way.
Might rain, though.
Matt.
Hope it does.
Me too.
Farmers could use a little wet spell for a change. How's the missus?
Same.
And the kids?
Them too.
How's yours?
Fine, thank you. Hi, Joe.
You.
How'd it go for you yesterday, Luke?
There.
Same with me. You know, business don't seem to get no better or no worse. Guess we in a rut. Luke, don't it appear that way to you? Morning, man.
Morning.
Well, I tried display, sales, advertisement, stamps, everything. Yeah, merchandising stumbles around in the same old groove. But that's better than plunging downwards, I reckon.
I guess it is.
Morning, Brett. How's the family? That's good.
Brett.
Morning, Sue.
How do, Sue?
Fine, Uncle Woman.
Sure is.
Wonder if it's any good.
Bet it is.
I'd sure like to find out.
So would I.
You ever try?
Never did.
Morning, Gus.
Howdy, Gus.
Luke,
Huh?
do you, feel anything funny?
Like what?
Like something strange.
I don't know. Haven't thought about it.
I mean, like something's wrong. Out of place. Unusual.
I don't know. What you got in mind?
Nothing. Just that. Like something's out of kilter. I got a funny feeling something's not up to snuff. Can't figure out what it is.
Maybe it's in your head.
No, not like that. Like something's happened. What happened? Gone haywire. Loony.
Well, don't worry about it. It'll pass.
Guess you're right. Luke, you sure you don't feel nothing peculiar?
Toss out your mind, Clem. We got a long day ahead of us. If something's wrong, you know about it in due time. It'll come to you when it get ready to come. Now relax.
All right. You right. Hi, Margie.
Bar.
Luke, I don't give a damn what you say. Something's topsy-turvy. I just know it.
Now look here, Clem. It's a bright day. It look like it's gonna get hotter. You say the wife and kids are fine, and the business is no better or no worse. Well, what else could be wrong? If something's gonna happen, it's gonna happen anyway, and ain't a damn fool thing you can do to stop it. So you ain't helping me, yourself, or nobody else about thinking about it. It's not gonna be no better or no worse when it gets here. It'll come to you when it gets ready to come, and it's gonna be the same whether you worry about it or not. So stop letting it upset you. Wait. You know something? Something is peculiar.
Hi. Luke, ever since I've been sitting here, I've been having that feeling. Mary! 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 Mary, get up! Get up! Don't you hear the baby bawling? Now get up!
Baby? What baby?
Yours!
Why? That's ridiculous. What'd you say? Somebody's baby boy? How could that be so? Somebody's crying. What's crying? Where's Lola?
I don't know. You better get up.
That's ridiculous. What time is it?
Late enough. Now rise up.
You must be joking. I'm sure I still have 4 or 5 hours sleep in store. Even more after that hand-split blowout last night.
Nobody told you to go for those last 6 bourbons.
Don't tell me how many bourbons to swallow. Not after you guzzled the whole stinking bar. Get up, you must be cracked. Where's Lula? Didn't you call her?
I don't know what Lula had. You better get up and muzzle that brat before she done driving me cuckoo.
What do you mean Lula's not here? She must be here. She's always here. Where else can she be? She's supposed to be here. She just can't not be here. Call her.
The line is busy.
Line is busy.
It's busy. Doing the best we can.
Having difficulty.
As soon as possible. Just one moment.
Would you hold on?
Awful sorry, ma'am. Would you wait one moment?
The line is busy.
Sorry, ma'am. Sorry. The line is busy.
The line is busy.
The line is busy. Doing the best we can.
Hold on, please.
Can't make connections. Unable to put it in.
Won't plug through.
Sorry, ma'am. Would you wait one moment?
Just a second, please.
Sorry. One moment.
Just a minute, please.
Hold on.
Yes. Stop it.
How do I know? You're another one.
Hold on, Dick.
I'm here too. The line is busy.
The line is busy.
The line is busy. What's the snarl? Everybody calling at the same time, ma'am.
Boy can't handle it.
Like everybody in big New York is trying to squeeze a call through to little Low Lutz.
Good Lord, something terrible must have happened. Buzz the emergency frequency to the mayor's office and find out what the hell's going on.
Luke?
Yes, Clem.
Luke.
I said what, Clem?
Luke, where is the
The what?
Negroes?
What?
Negroes. Where is the Negroes? Where is they, Luke? All the Negroes. I don't see no Negroes.
What you mean?
Luke, they ain't a darky in sight. And if you remember, we ain't spied a nappy head all morning. Why the Negroes, Luke? Why, we ain't laid eyes on Nary Coon all day.
You crazy or something, Clem?
Think about it, Luke. Why, we've been sitting here for an hour or more, right? Well, try to recollect if you can remember seeing just one go by.
I don't recall, but that must have been some. The heat must have got you, Clem. How the hell could that be so?
Just think, Luke. Well, look around you. Now, every morning, most of the people walking along this street is colored, right? They strolling by, going to work. They's waiting for the buses, sweeping sidewalks, cleaning stores, starting to shine shoes, and wetting the mops, right? Well, look around you. Where is it? Why, there ain't nowhere else to be seen.
This some kind of holiday for him or something?
I don't know, Luke, but what I do know is we ain't here, and we ain't seen a solitary one. Why, it's scarifying, Luke.
Well, maybe they's just shining and standing and walking on other streets. Let's go look.
say about your own child. You should know what to do to hush up.
Why don't you try?
You had her.
You shared his organs.
Possibly not.
Why you never?
What good is a mother who can't hush up her own daughter?
I told you, she screams louder each time I try to lay hands on her. Where's Lula? Didn't you call her?
I told you I can't get the call through.
Try again.
It's no use. I tried numerous of times, can't even get through to the switchboard. You gotta go quiet it down yourself. Now go in there and hush up or I lose my patient.
She won't let me touch her. Just speak louder.
Probably wet and soppy.
Oh, yes. Speak something awful. Ooh-wee, I can't stand that filthy odor.
That's why she's screaming. Needs a diaper change. Go change it.
How you expect me to and I don't know how? Suppose I faint.
Well, let her blast away. I'm getting out of here.
You can't leave me here like this.
Just watch me. See this nice split-level cottage? Peachy furniture, multi-color TV, hi-fi set and the rest. Well, how you think I scrape them together while you curled up on your fat little fanny? Back getting out of here, not only on time, but on you. Being a friendly crew of nice young executives to the punch. Getting that fusters with the mostest brown nose than you ever saw. Now you reckon I goof one day, just one day, I'll stay ahead? No. There'll be a wolf pack traveling over my prostrate body, ready to replace my smiling face against the boss's left front. No, ma'am, I'm getting out of here on time, just like I always have. And once more, you're gonna fix me some breakfast. I'm hungry. No buts about it. What you trying to do, strangle me?
What'd you expect?
That you could possibly boil a pot of water, toast a few slices of bread, and fry a couple of eggs. And it was a mistaken assumption.
So it isn't as good as Lula's.
That is an overstatement. Your efforts don't result in anything that could possibly be digested by man, mammal, or insect. When I married you, I thought I was fairly acquainted with your faults and weaknesses. I chalked them up to human imperfection. But now I know I was being extremely generous, over-optimistic, and phenomenally deluded. You have no idea how useless you really are.
Then why'd you marry me?
Decoration.
You should have married Lula.
I might have if it wasn't against the segregation law. But for the sake of my home, my child, and my sanity, I won't even risk my slippery grip on the status pole and run by a shanty to see whether she or someone like her can come over here and prevent some ultimate disaster. Are you sure you can make it to the bathroom without Lula backing you up? One thing. Jackson!
Yes, sir.
Where's Vice Mayor Woodford that nosy brother-in-law of mine?
He hasn't come in yet, sir.
Has he come in? Damn bastard knows we have a crucial conference. As soon as he staggers through that door, you tell him to shoot in here. And get Mandy in here to clean up this mess. Rufus, too. No, he should have been waiting to knock the dust off my shoes as I stepped in the door. What's the matter with them lambs and nickels? Already had to dress myself on account of JC, fix my own coffee without Maybell, drive myself to work on account of Bubba, fill my old bag's tits out the... That's another story. Just get them in here.
Well, they aren't here, sir.
What do you mean they ain't here? Find out where they at. We got important business, man. Can't allow things to get snafu just because a bunch of lazy Negroes been getting drunk and living it up all night. Discipline, boy, discipline.
Sir, that's what we're trying to tell you. They aren't here. We can't find them, none of them.
Ridiculous, boy. Scare them up and scoot them in here before I get mad and fight a whole goddamn lot of them.
But, sir, we can't find them.
Oh, boy. Give me that number. I'll have me here before you can shout them.
They vanished.
Disappeared in thin air.
Not one on the street.
Not a one of them disappeared, not a one anywhere.
In the house. On the job.
Gone down the street.
Oh, come you talking about? Who's gone?
The niggers, Henry, they gone.
Gone where?
That's what we're trying to tell you. They just disappeared. The niggas have just disappeared. Swallowed up, vanished. All of them. Every last one.
Has everybody around here gone bad? How could the niggers just get up and disappear, poof, like that overnight?
Beats me, but it's happened. I first suspected something smelly when Sarah Jo didn't show up this morning, and I couldn't reach her.
Dr. Jenkins were at my house.
When I reached the office, I realized I hadn't seen nary one nigger all morning. Nobody else had either. Wait a minute. Henry, have you?
No.
They gone, Henry. Not a one on the streets. Not a one in our homes. Not a last single in one. Nowhere to be found in town. What we gonna do?
Keep heads on your shoulders and clothes on your back. They can't be far. Probably just playing some of them Negro games like hide and go seek or something. Jackson.
Yes, sir.
Immediately mobilize our Citizens Emergency Distress Committee. Order fleet of sound trucks to patrol the streets, urging the population to remain calm. The situation's not as bad as it looks. Everything's under control. Then send another squadron of squawk buggies to drive through the nigger alleys, ordering them to come out wherever they at. And if that don't work, organize a vigilante squad to flush them out of hiding. By God, we'll find them even if we have to dig them out of the ground.
Walked up to the shack, knocked on the door, didn't get no answer. Hollered, Lula! Lula! Not a thing. Went, peeped round side the window. Nobody stirred. Next door, nobody there. Crossed the other side of the street and banged on 5 or 6 other doors. Not a colored person could be found. Not a man, neither woman or a child. A little small black dog couldn't be smelt, seen, or heard for blocks around. They've gone, Mary.
What does it all mean, John?
I don't know, Mary.
I've always had Lula, John. She's never missed a day at my side. That's why I couldn't accept your wedding proposal unless you'd welcome me and her together as a package. How am I going to get through the day? My baby don't know me, and I ain't acquainted with it. I've never lifted cover off pot, swung broom or mop, dumped a dish, or even pushed a dust rag. I'm lost without Lula. I need her, John. I need her.
Courage, honey. Everybody in town is facing the same dilemma. We mustn't crack up.
Food poisoning, severe indigestitis, chronic diarrhea, advanced diaper shapers, and a plethora of unsanitary household disasters dangerous to life, limb, and property. As a representative of the Federation of Ladies Clubs, I must sadly report that unless the trend is reversed, a complete breakdown in family unity is imminent. Just as homosexuality and debauchery signaled the fall of Greece and Rome, a downgrading in Southern Belgium might very well prophesy the collapse of our indigenous institutions. Remember, it has always been pure, delicate, lily-white images of Dixie femininity which have provided backbone, inspiration, and ideology for our male warriors and their defense against the onrushing black horde. If our gallant men are drained of this worship and idolatry, well, God knows, the cause won't be worth a Confederate nickel.
Stop this panicky defeatism, you hear me? All machinery at my disposal is being utilized, and I assure you with great confidence that the situation will soon repair itself. Matter of fact, here comes Jackson with triple progress reports now.
Sir, remain fruitless. We have not unearthed a single nigger in our shack-to-shack search. Not a single one has heeded our repeal. We've scoured every crook and cranny of their hovels, turning furniture upside down and inside out, tearing down walls and breaking through ceilings. We've even tried to contact our faithful Uncle Toms and informants, but even they've come up to them, sir. Sir, searching squads are on the verge of panic and hysteria. And with hot heads of money campaigning for scorched earth policies, niggas on a whole lack sellers, but woo, those favoring that they're underground just jump in.
Absolutely counter such foolhardy suggestions. We'd only accelerate the gravity of the situation by using incendiary tactics. Besides, if we've already burned up their hovels, where we gonna put them when we find them? In our own bedrooms?
Sir, I agree, but the rising sentiment of the crowd is becoming irrational. With anger and frustration, it seems as though the crowd has forgot the original purpose was to find the niggers.
At all costs, stamp out all burning proposals. Must prevent extremist notions from gaining ascendancy. Well, get with it.
Yes, sir.
Wait. And for Jehovah's sake, find out what the hell that trap is like a wood fence is and get them on top of the situation.
Mr. Mayor, we found some.
Where? Where, man, where?
In the cover wing of the city hospital.
The hospital. I should have known. How could those helpless, crippled, cut and shot niggers escape from a hospital? I should have thought of that. Well, tell me more, man.
I did, sir. I read the report as soon as I heard.
Well, get back on the phone, you ninny. Don't you know what this means?
Yes, sir.
Now we're getting somewhere. See, those niggers in the hospital must know something about the others' whereabouts. Now skate back to your colleagues and boost up their morale and inform them things will zip back to normal in a jiffy. Well, tell me what they said, man.
They all in a coma, sir.
Talk sense, man. How could they all be in a coma?
Doctors say every last one of the niggers is just lying in bed, still, neither alive nor dead. They all in a coma, every last one of the niggers.
Get me Confederate memorial. Put me through to the staff chief. Yes, this is the man. Sam, what's this out here, Sam? But how could they all be in a coma, Sam? You don't know? Well, what the hell you think the city's paying you for? You got enough damn hacks and quacks down there to find out. How could it be something unknown? You mean niggas know something about drugs your damn butchers don't? Then what the crap good are they in? I'm calm. I said I'm calm. Well, did you give him some injections or something? You did. Well, did you try a little rough treatment? That too, huh? Well, keep trying, Sam. They just lying there. Still not moving. Then that sick won't get no sicker. Then that half well won't get no better. Babies that's due won't be born. And then they come won't show no life. Niggas with cuts won't bleed. And then which need blood won't be transfused. He say dying niggers even refusing to pass away. Jackson, call up the jail and the police. Them niggers are captives. Them niggers under control. Them sons of bitches too ornery to act good for neither colored nor white. Keep your fingers crossed, people. Them niggers in jail are the most important niggers we've got.
Sir, Sheriff Bull says he's not sure if the niggers are on the premises or not. When they tried to rouse nigger jailbirds this morning, cell block doors refused to swing open. Tried everything, even dynamite and explosives. Goodness gracious. Then, they tried to hoist the guards up to see if
windows, but they couldn't see good enough to see whether they were in there or not. Then finally, in desperation, they tried water hoses to drown them. But Sheriff Bull said he wouldn't have any of that because he needed a record number of cotton pickers to go to the state penitentiary for the Cotton Station Jubilee. Anyway, he's not sure if they're in there or not.
What about trains and buses passing through? Must be some dentures on board.
We checked, not a one.
Any other cities report losing their Negroes?
Things are status quo everywhere else, sir.
Then what the hell are they picking on us for?
Mr. Mayor, your sister just called. Hysterical. She says Vice Mayor Woodfence went to bed with her last night, but when she woke up this morning, he was gone. Been missing all day.
Could the Negroes be holding Vice Mayor Woodfence hostage?
No, sir. Besides him, investigation revealed dozens more prominent citizens. 2 city council members, the chairman of the Junior Chamber of Commerce, a city college all Southern halfback, the chairlady of the Daughters of Confederate Rebellion, Miss Contact Festival of the Year, and numerous other miscellaneous nobodies are all absent without leave. Dangerous evidence points to the conclusion they have been infiltrated.
Infiltrated?
Passing all along.
Passing? All along?
Secret niggers. All Yes.
Secret?
Yes.
The dirty mongrelizers? Citizens. It pains me to surrender the priority of our state's right credo, but it's my solemn task and frightening duty that to inform you that we have no other recourse but to seek outside help for the liberated.
Factories standing idle from the loss of unessential workers, stores shuttered from the absconsion of uncrucial personnel, uncollected garbage gathering pestilence and pollution, and also, somewhere every second in this former utopia below the Mason-Dixon, dozens of decrepit old men and women, usually attended by faithful nerds and servants, are popping off like flies, abandoned by sons, daughters, and grandchildren, whose refusal to provide their doddering relatives with bedpans and other soothing necessities has hastened their messy, nasty corpus delicti. But most critically affected of all in this complete drought of African American resources are policemen and other public safety guardians, unable to withstand their halt in a daily quota of Negro arrests. Well, one officer, affectionately known as Two-A-Day Pete, for his unblemished record of 2 Negro head whippings per day, has been carted off to the county insane asylum. Oh yes, he's screaming, scratching, kicking, and biting, unable to withstand the shock of having his spotless slate sullied by interruption. And a similar outbreak is expected among municipal judges, who are prevented for the first time in their long, distinguished careers of bench sitting of sentencing one single Negro to a hooskow or pokey. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, as you trudge in from the joys and headaches of your workday chores, your comrades in this lovely Dixie village awoke to the discovery that all their Negroes were missing. Yes, absent, at bay, gone, fugitive, away, and so far irretrieved. I know, to dispel your incredulity and just possibly prepare you for an equally nightmarish eventuality, we have collected a cross-section of this city's most leading citizens for a series of exclusive interviews. First, Mr. Council Clamp, Grand Dragon of this area's most active civic organization and staunch bellwether of the political opposition. Mr. Clamp, how do you account for the disappearance?
Well, it's a plot. Plain and simple, that's what it is. As plain as them corns on your feet.
Well, whom would you hold responsible?
I could go on all night.
Oh, cite you.
Too numerous.
Just one?
You name names when time comes.
Could you be referring to native Negroes?
Could you try quarantining lepers from their spots?
Their organizations?
Could you cut a nose off a mouth and still keep a face?
Commies.
Could you lop a titty off a chest and still have a breast?
Oh, city government.
Now you're talking.
State administration.
Warming up.
Federal.
Can a blind man see?
Court.
Is a pig clean?
Clergy.
Do a polecat.
Well, Mr. Clan, with this massive complicity, how do you think a plot could have been prevented from succeeding?
Now, if I'd have been in office, none of this would have ever happened.
Oh, then you're laying major blame at the doorstep of the present administration.
You damn tootin'.
But from your oft-expressed views, Mr. Clan, I would think you'd be, and your followers would be delighted at this turn of events. I mean, after all, isn't it one of the main policies of your society to drive the Negroes away? I mean, drive them back to...
Drive, girl, drive, that's right. When we say so and not before. Niggers ain't supposed to do nothing till we tell them to. Got to stay put till we exercise our God-given right to tell them when to get.
But why argue if they've merely jumped the gun? I mean, why not rejoice at this premature purging of undesirables?
Time ain't right yet, gal. Time just ain't right.
Well, thank you, Mr. Clan, for being so informative. Miss A? Miss A? I think the interview's been canceled. Okay? Miss A, busy already. Miss Pius, Reverend Pius? Ladies and gentlemen, this city's leading spiritual guidance counselor, Rev Pius. What do you make of it, Rev Pius?
It's in his hands, my child, in his hands.
And how do you account for the disappearance from a moral standpoint?
In the moral act, morally wrong and ethically indefensible. A perversion of Christian principles to be condemned from every pulpit of this nation.
Well, how would you account for it after the church's decades of missionary work among them?
Well, it's basically a reversion of the Negro to its deep-rooted primitivism. Now at last, you can understand the difficulties of the church in attempting to anchor God's kingdom among ungratefuls. It's a constant, unrelenting, no-holds-barred struggle against Satan to wrestle away souls locked in his possession for countless centuries. Despite all our aid, guidance, solace, and protection, old Beelzebub still retains tenacious grip upon the Negro's childish loyalty, comparable to the lure of bright flames to an infant.
But actual physical disappearance, Rev Pius, I mean, how do you explain that?
Voodoo, my child, voodoo. With Satan's assist, they have probably employed some heathen magic which we cultivated, sophisticated Christians know absolutely nothing about. However, before long, we are confident about counteracting this evil witch doctrine and triumphing in our holy Savior's name. At this perilous juncture, true believers of all denominations are participating in joint, round-the-clock observances, offering prayers for our Master's swiftest intercession. I'm optimistic about the outcome of his intervention, which prompts me, if I may, to offer these words of counsel to our delinquent Negroes. I say to you without rancor and vengeance, quoting the phrase of one of your greatest prophets, Booker T. Washington, return your buckets to where they lay, and all will be forgiven.
Well, very inspirational, Rev Pius. Oh. And I'm sure they'll feel the magnetic tug of its sincerity irresistible. Thank you, Rev Pius. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, this town symbolizes the face of disaster. A lively, thriving, throbbing organism brought to a screeching halt by the strange enigma of the missing Negroes. Now, we'll take you to the offices right now of the one man in whose hands has been placed the full responsibility from rescuing this shuddering metropolis back from the very precipice of destruction. Ladies and gentlemen, Mayor Henry R.E. Lee. see, we've just concluded some interviews with some of your leading citizens, and, well, I'd like to say, sir, they don't sound too optimistic, if I may say.
Nonsense, Jack. The situation's as well in hand as it could be underneath the circumstances. Underneath every dark cloud, there's a ray of sunlight.
Oh, well, you've discovered one, sir?
Well, let me tell you. You see, of course we're faced with a little crisis, but we've faced them before. Sherman marched through Georgia, won. Lincoln freed the slaves, momentarily. Carpetbaggers even put Negroes in the state in the governor's mansion, state legislature, Congress, and the Senate of the United States. But old Dixie bounced right on back. And now the Supreme Government's trying to put niggers in our schools. And the Negro has got it in his head to put himself anywhere. What you expect gonna happen? Old Dixie go kangaroo back even higher. Southern courage, strength, and fortitude always wins out. Shucks, we have us some Negroes before daylight's gone.
Well, Mayor, I must say, in a previous interview with one of your chief political opponents, Mr. Clan, he alluded to your own complicity in this affair.
A lot of poppycock. Clan's politicking. I've beaten them 4 times out of 4, and I've beaten them 4 more times out of 4. What we need now is rash, across-the-board unity. This rash, typical mealy mouth, shooting up at the Liberal Klan in this ilk proves their insincerity, and the voters remember this in the next election. Won't you, voters?
Mr. Mayor.
I tell you,
Mr.
I promise you.
Mr. Mayor, please.
Carry on.
Well, your cheerfulness and certainly your good spirits lead me to believe that you have discovered some possibility, some classified information that you know that substantiates your claim that the Negroes will return before nightfall. What classified or declassified information, sir, that you can reveal do you have?
Well, right now, we're waiting on the payoff of a super recovery 5-point plan that in no doubt will reap us a jackpot of jigaboos before daylight's gone. First, exhaustive efforts to find our own missing Negroes is leading us to the bullseye. Second, after an emergency cabinet meeting, the President of the United States has designated us prime disaster area of the century. National Guard's already on its way. Third, in a bold but unusual maneuver, we've appealed to the NAACP and other Negro conspirators to get some help to get to the bottom of this here vanishing act. Fourth, we've exercised our non-reciprocal right and asked our fraternal sister states to lend us some of their Negroes temporarily on credit. Fifth and foremost, we've gotten consent of the governor to round up all stray, excess, and incorrigible Negroes to be shipped to us under their state militia. That's why we've stifled pessimism and are brimming with confidence that we have us some Negroes before the light's gone from the sky.
Well, congratulations, Mayor. Well, what happens if it fails?
No reason to expect it will. But speculating on the dark side of your question, the damage has already been done. You see, the salt has always been glued together by the uninterrupted presence of its darkness. No telling how unstuck we might become if this matter keeps on like it is. But fret not, because here's Jackson with cheerful progress report.
Sir, the situation on the home front remains static. The NAACP and other front groups imply to deny any knowledge of the missing niggers at all. They even denied this in front of the Senate Investigation Committee, sir. What's worse, our handful of niggers that we had that agreed to give spectacular appeals for ours to come back have come up missing, sir. But what's even worse is our sister cities that agreed to lend us our niggers have fallen back on their promises and refused to lend us some, claiming that they don't have enough for themselves.
What about Negroes promised by the government?
Sir, jailbirds and neighbors that have been escorted here, that have been escorted from reservations and chain gangs, have either revolted or escaped en route or mysteriously vanished on emerging the city limits. Sir, deterioration is escalating. Estimated 1 hour before total anarchistic turmoil. Some of our citizens seeking haven in other cities have been turned back by armed sentinels, sir, claiming that they've been jinxed.
That bad, huh?
Worse, sir. There have been 5 plots on your life, sir.
What?
Yes.
You gotta act quickly then, man.
Sir, I've run out of all ideas.
Think harder, boy.
Sir, not much time, only 1 hour before all hell breaks loose.
We need something drastic.
I'm all dry, sir.
Jackson, any buses or trains out of here in the next hour?
Transportation's all closed, sir.
I thought so.
What were you contemplating, sir?
Boy, don't ask me what I'm contemplating. I'm still the boss around here, and don't you forget it.
Sorry, sir.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Yeah, damn it. Right here pussyfooting with all these silly ass ideas. All neglecting our one ace in the hole. Our one trump card. Most potent weapon for pulling niggas out of the woodpile. Why didn't you remind me, boy?
What's that, sir?
Me! Me, that's what? Me! A direct appeal from me to them. Of course, we wouldn't let them march to the polls to express their affection for me through the ballot box. But we always know I've been held in that highest esteem. A direct appeal from me to them. If there's anywhere within the sound of my voice, they'll shape us. Or let us know by a sign they's ready to.
You think that'll work, sir?
As sure as my ancestors before me knew, when they puckered their lips to whistle, old Sambo would come a running lickety-split to answer the call. That same chips down blood courses through these Confederate great veins of Henry R. E. Lee.
Well, Mayor Lee, I'd be delighted to offer our network's facilities for such a crucial public information address. We can arrange for immediate international hookup, which would put you in the widest proximity so that you can contact them wherever they may be.
Thank you. Jackson.
Yes, sir.
Re-grease the machinery and set the wheels in motion. Inform the townspeople what's to be done and let them know we're all in this together. I demand citywide inactivity, cooperation, and silence. I don't want the Negroes scared of days nearby. Let them know that this is the most important hour in our town's history. No, this is an important hour in our town's history. If one sole Negro comes within this hour of decision, victory is within reach. I'll get them that one, maybe all. What? Coming to you in 5, 4, 3. Good evening. Despite the fact that millions of you out there are listening to this momentous broadcast, and I thank you for your support and sympathy in this our hour of peril, I mainly want to address those departed Negro friends who may be in some far-flung area listening to the sound of my voice. If you is, it's with heartfelt sympathy and fond memories that I ask, where you at? Your absence has left a void in the bosom of every man, woman, and child in this our great city. I can only meekly and humbly suggest what it means to me personally. You see, the one true face I can never erase from my memory is not of my mom, my pa, neither wife nor child, but the full, round, ebony moonbeam of my good old Jemima. The first face I came to love as it stared down upon me in the crib. That gleaming red bandana standing starched, peaked, and proud. I just love to hear her croon those old songs, those old lullabies to me. A memorable picture. And if this memory can stay with me after all these years, even after her unfortunate demise in the old poor folks' home, just think of what the city's suffering, being freshly denied your soothing presence. Think of the number of people that are out there just crying because you ain't came back. We need you. We got to have you. Now, if you've eloped, wanting to go somewhere and have a little fun, that's okay. Now, we don't begrudge you having a good time, as long as you don't take the joke too far. And I meant you play the Lulu. But we can have fun together. Don't you remember? Oh, you're singing all those southern hymns and playing them guitars and things and us clapping and prodding you on. Don't you remember that fun? Ooh, boy. Now, if you snuck the way, we'll go along with you. As long as you let us know where you're at, so we're not too worried about you. Can't stand much more of this horsing around. Cause business is business and fun is fun. And you've had your fun. Now let's get back down to business. Now if you've been hoodwinked by some agents of some old other government, I've been authorized by the President of the United States to let you know we're offered to help you. We're gonna offer you some protection. So don't pay no attention to them liberty-loving republics. You're better off under our control and you know it. Now if you've been bamboozled by them rabble-rousers of your own kind, we're prepared to offer you the same kind of protection. Just let us know by giving us a sign. No sign? Not even a little teeny weeny one? Now you look. You don't know what it is. If you persist in this disobedience, you know all too well the consequences. We'll track you down to the ends of the earth, across the galaxy and beyond the stars. We'll chastise you with all the vengeance we command. You know all too well how stern we can be when double-crossed. The state, the city, and the entire nation will crucify you for this unpardonable defiance. No sign? No call? Listen to me, I'm begging you. George! Look, here's the rag you brushed the car with. Don't you remember all them times shining that car to a shimmering perfection? You too, Washington. Here's the brush to shine my shoes with. Don't you remember just whisking this brush so furiously till it created a symphony for the ear? I didn't forget you, Mandy. Here's the wastebasket you didn't dump this morning. I saved it just for you. Look all y'all out there.
Catonia! She ain't stopped crying since you left. Catonia! Please! Catonia!
Buster, is you out there, Buster? It's been waiting in the same old corner, Buster. He ain't come home. He ain't come. Washington, please come back. It's been dry ever since you left, Washington. I'm begging, please come back. Oh, Lord. Come on back home.
Don't these things mean to y'all? Are y'all memories so short? Come back, please. We promise we won't do nothing to you. Revenge is disallowed. If you come back, I'll get down on my knees. I've been kneeling in the middle of Dixie Avenue to kiss the shoe of the first one that shows up. I'll smooch any other spot you request. Just come back. Please. Come back. They didn't answer.
A pitiful sight.
They wouldn't answer.
A pitiful sight, ladies and gentlemen, a pitiful sight. Oh, soon after his unsuccessful appeal, Mayor Lee suffered a vicious pummeling from the mob and barely escaped with his life. State militia and National Guardmen were impotent at quelling the fury of a town venting its frustration in a frenzy of rioting and destruction, and all other aberrations of a town gone berserk. Then, something happened. Almost as if someone had waved a magic wand. The madness evaporated, and something even more frightening took its place. Submission. Even the whimpering ceased. The occupants of the town slinked off into the shadows, and by midnight the town was exclusively inhabited by zombies. The fight and life had been drained out of the city. Hope ebbed. as completely as the beloved absent Negroes. Our crew packed our gear softly, quietly, and we treaded softly as if we were stealing away from a mausoleum, the face of a defeated city.
You see what I see? Or am I dreaming?
Right. It's a nigga.
Does he still look like one of you, Clem?
He sure does, Luke. But I'm scared to believe.
Why? It looks like Rastus, Clem.
That you, Rastus?
Why? Howdy, Mr. Luke. Mr. Clem.
Yo.
Where was you yesterday?
Yes, yesterday.
Yesterday.
Uh-huh.
Well, boy, where were you?
I was right here, Mr. Luke.
No, you weren't, Rastus. Don't lie to me. Now, where was you yesterday?
I wasn't right here.
Boy, answer me.
Well,
What is it you want to know?
where was you yesterday, Rastus?
Where was I yesterday? I was here yesterday, Mr. Luke. Remember, I delivered that package for you.
That was Monday, Rastus. Yesterday was Tuesday.
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 You don't say.
Rastus, don't make me ask you again.
What was he asking me for?
Where was you Tuesday, Rastus? Where was you and all the other niggers? If I have to ask you again, I'm gonna... Where were you?
I thought yesterday was Monday. going now? I could have saw him, Mr. Luke.
Today is Wednesday, Rastus. Yesterday was Tuesday.
Tuesday, huh? Tuesday. Now, that's something right there. Because, I don't remember skipping a day, but you right. Okay. Where would I have been? Hi, Dave.
Rastus,
Yeah.
I'm waiting.
What you waiting for?
Where?
Well, I was right there. What were you waiting for? Well, so I don't really know where I was, Mr. Luke. That goes to show you how time can fly, today. I don't remember missing a day, but you right, I missed it. I don't know where I was. I don't know where I was. Yesterday and Wednesday. Yesterday, Tuesday, and Monday. That means I missed a day in. I missed it. Yeah, cold.
There's the rest of them. Back just like they used to be. Everything same as always.